Get ready for the dictation. Dictation will start in 5 seconds. Start. The petitioners, through their counsels, vehemently argued that the concept of binary genders strikes at the core of the right to equality, Article 14, right to life and personal liberty, Article 21, and freedom of expression, Article 19. The normalization of binary genders has further victimized and alienated individuals that do not identify with either of the genders. They further argued that due to non-identification as the third gender, the basic human dignity of such individuals is violated, which marginalizes them and forces them to live on the fringes of society for no fault of theirs. The respondents, on the other hand, argued that the state had set up an expert committee on issues relating to transgender, which is considering all kinds of opinions to help transgender individuals live a more prosperous and dignified life. They also contended that the committee will also consider the views of the petitioners so that a more robust policy is framed in this respect. Several states and union territories argued that they have taken a significant number of steps for the betterment of the lives of the transgender community. The judgment was delivered by two-judge bench comprising of Justice K. S. Radhakrishnan and Justice A. K. Sikri on 15th April 2014, although Justice Sikri gave a different opinion with some additional comments. The court, in its landmark judgment, relied on various judgments from foreign courts like New Zealand, Australia, Malaysia, Pakistan, and England. The court made a distinction between biological sex and physiological sex. The court said no to gender identification based on biological sex and gave full importance to identification based on psychological sex. The court ruled that all provisions in the international conventions, including the Yogyakarta principles, must be recognized and followed provided they align with the fundamental rights guaranteed by Part 3 of the Constitution. The court held that transgender fall within the purview of the Indian Constitution and thus are fully entitled to the rights guaranteed therein. Article 14 guarantees equality to any person, which means man, women, and transgender, and as such they are also guaranteed equal protection of the law. They have equal rights in employment, health care, education, and civil rights. Discrimination on the grounds of sexual orientation and gender identity represents inequality before the law and unequal protection of the law and violates Article 14. The court further added that transgender individuals have freedom of expression under Article 19, whereby they can talk, dress, act, and behave in a manner they like. They also have a right to live a life of dignity under Article 21. The court held that the state and central governments must grant transgenders full recognition in the eyes of the law so that they can get education and health care without being subjected to any kind of discrimination. The court also decided that hijras, nuns, are to be treated as the third gender. It made various declarations and directions to the center and state governments, such as to operate separate HIV zero surveillance centers, provision for separate public toilets, and appropriate medical care in hospitals for transgenders. Stop.